Well, good morning all. Bit of a late one this morning. Apologies for that. Had a late night. We had a works do last night down in Margam Park in the Orangery. Beautiful place. I haven't drunk alcohol in 10 years, so I drove anyway. And the bits of motorway that I drove down last night are now closed off today because the wind is too bad. Because here on the South Wales coast, we're right in the thick of it. Trying to sleep last night. Now, my flat's on the top floor, and there's a bank of solar panels on the roof for the entire block, and they've creaked and groaned all night. I'm surprised they're still there, if I'm honest. I just had a look at the bedroom window now. I can see the sea. Good grief, that's looking rough. There's all white horses, you can see all the white spray coming off the thing. I'm tempted to take a stroll down there, but looking at the state on some of the trees that are blowing about, I don't think I'd stay on my feet for long because it's really gusting down there. I think the BBC were in Puthcall last night as well. So I was told. One of the boys I was giving a lift back to, he was on his phone. He said, the BBC are transmitting from Puthcall, showing the sea and the weather and the lighthouse and everything. But yeah, it probably wasn't a good idea to drive, and especially as we were going to this fancy place in a park. So I made sure I didn't park near any trees. Anyway, let's get on with it. Enough about my adventures. Look at this. 15 crosses this week. That's the most we've had in months. So thank you very much, guys, for doing that. That's great. That gives us a cracking average there. Mostly clustered around there, as you can see. Although quite a big difference on where people think it is when you look at, the furthest left, furthest right, and highest and the lowest. There's a big difference there on how people see this. So let me draw some lines from Mr. Pilkington here, across there. Mine is one of the bottom left that I put in on Tuesday. See, quite a wide spread there on how you guys see it. This fella behind always going to be a tricky one when they're behind like that because they're further away for a start. Let's do his other eye. See, that's a huge spread there between where we think they all are. Right, where's mine? There's mine flashing there, look, on the bottom, on the left. And now usually I'm at the extreme. I'm either the furthest left or the highest, but I'm not to the extreme this week, which is a rarity. So, big spread, but it does make sense that was going to happen. So, the average there is, I've already written it down, is 20741328. So let me get rid of those crosses and stick a big fat white cross down through the average so we can see what's going on. Here we are. That's not exact, the cross. It never works out exact. We've got the exact coordinate, 20741328, but I can never get these crosses actually right, but it's only a couple of pixels out. So as you'd expect, it's right there. So if I look at where it is in relation to mine, then if I want to go near the average, I need to go a lot higher. Although I'm personally not convinced. I mean, you make your own mind up on this. This is only a guide. You can see what other people are thinking. It's down to you where your intuition tells you should go. So, if yours is the highest one up there and you believe that's correct, then go with your highest one up there. I don't know whose that is. I could look, but... Because I look at mine on the bottom there and I think, I don't think mine is that far out. Specifically because of the guy on at the back on the right. I don't think he's looking particularly high. So I am tempted to sort of stay put where I am. But here's where the idea of the average comes in and everybody else's opinion comes in. Because if everybody else thinks that it's much higher than mine, then there's a good chance that's what the judges are going to do. So on that basis, I will go a bit steeper from this guy. So I'll probably move mine up a bit higher. I doubt I'll go as high as the average. but I probably will go up a little bit steeper. And if I'm going to go a bit steeper, I've got to come in a bit to the right. So I'll probably move mine slightly in. But yeah, that's what people are thinking. So thank you again, guys, for all the coordinates. It does help a lot when we go. And it seemed to work better this week. I think one or two of you still had trouble getting coordinates to stay in the comments, but it seems to have worked better this week. Right, let's have a quick look at Revcomps. So unfortunately, I didn't win one of those Lamborghinis, which was a shame. But I did end up winning another £5 credit again. Last week, I'd won a hoodie in because if you watch the live draw, they do what's the word, and they give you a word. Then you go on the website and enter that word in the drop down. You've got a choice of 4 words, and you pick one. Well, the week before, I won a hoodie, which I've worn every day this week. My Revcomps hoodie. And then after Thursday's draw, then I won a £5 credit, which I already spent. But we'll come to that in a second. So for Monday's draw, all I could be bothered doing was this Stelvio, because it was a 40 grand cash alternative. So I thought, yeah, let's go for that. Wasn't much else there I fancied. I thought the odds were too high on this at 50,000. Again, this one, 20,000, put me off a bit. This was probably your best bet. 6,000 tickets and £6.50 a ticket, which would have been cheaper when it was 10% off, earlier in the week. So that was probably your best bet. What do they add then for next Thursday? Well, now I know I said I wouldn't want to go for the higher odds ones, but because this one, because I won a £5, and this one was 49,999 tickets, but you could take one of the cars and some cash, or you can take the £120,000 cash. I thought, oh, go on, I'm going to spend my free £5 on there. What else did I do? I didn't do this McLaren. Thought it was a Ferrari then. Looked like a Ferrari. £200 a ticket, that is now. But they'll sell. They always do. These £200 a ticket ones, they keep doing them because they keep selling. And it's only 600 tickets. That's a temptation, isn't it? Did do one on this Porsche. Always wanted a Porsche. 9,999 tickets. And I thought that sort of one of the best odds ones on there was this Ford Ranger Wild Track, which I don't usually play for these, but it was 6,000 tickets. So I thought, yeah, go on. You've had a few free credits. Spend some of your own money. It won't kill you. Because for some reason, I don't know why, I had an email come through saying you've got to use your £2.50 credit by tonight. Well, I didn't have £2.50 credit, but when I looked, I did. So I don't know where that come from. That must have been just a random sort of bonus thing that they sent out. So that's a £2.50 and a £5 credit I'd had. Auto draws, I'd had one on this for the last week or two. I don't know why I did it. High odds, but it was a cheap ticket, so it was the same as this one. I think when I had that £2.50 credit they said I got to use, I bought one of these £1.97 tickets on a Fiesta to use that up. But then yesterday, now you remember me saying the next car I wanted that I would keep would be a 4x4 diesel automatic SUV. And then this one popped up last night. This Kia Sportage 4x4. It's a 1.6 diesel. It's automatic SUV 4x4. So as much as I usually only buy one ticket just to be in it, I might actually go for 3 tickets on this one. I'll see. Because I didn't spend any money last night. That was a freebie on that night out. The Jag, I'm probably not going to bother. I mean, it's only £2 a ticket, but it's 40,000 tickets. I'll see what happens if I get some more credit. There's a draw now on Monday's draw, so I'll enter the What's the Word competition, and if I win some credit, perhaps I'll get a ticket on that. When's that being drawn? Next Saturday. I didn't bother with the horse box or the bike or the mower. Well, I'm in a flat, so I've got no use for a mower. Anyway, there we are. So we've had the average. We've had a look at Revcomps. Thanks again for all the coordinates. It makes a big difference. So enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys, if you survive this horrendous weather. And good luck for Tuesday.